What's up YouTube, Dave of wargames, bringing you a Dark Magician deck profile update. Now obviously this has taken a bit of work, but I have kind of updated it and put it in its best kind of state for this meta as it is right now. Now Dark Magician are getting some indirect support coming out future. You have stuff like the Spellbook Link Monster, which is 2 spellcasters. You've got the Summon Sorceress, which America unfortunately gets before us because it is the new Jump promo. But then, of course, you've also got some of the new cards from Cybernetic Horizon. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, or I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like Cosmic something. And basically lets you discard a normal monster. Special Summon itself is a level 7 Dark, so it obviously fits within the archetype. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through this deck profile, show you any changes or differences, and then kind of explain what I've got, why I've got it. So, let's start off with Triple Vanilla Dark Magician. OGR, of course. You know, it's Dark Magician deck, you play 3 of these, not much more needs to be said. Triple Rod, your normal summon searcher gets you your Dark Magical Circle. It's kind of your starting piece of the combo plays. Double Apprentice Illusion, I really love this card. It's such a good card. It's a shame it's just not as... Like, if it was a level 7, it would have been busted as heck. But still very cool card. Play it at 2 because I do play the Windwitch engine in this version. So 2 is more than enough. 2 Magician of Dark Illusion. Now I go back and forth between 1 and 2 of this card, but mainly it can be cut down to cut down to 1 in this version because of the Windwitch engine. But just the ability of one of the spell traps activated to revive a Dark Magician, the fact it's treated as Dark Magician, it can actually do quite a lot for the deck, which is why it's at 2. I've then got the 1 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy for our Spellbook engine, and we finish it off with the 1 Astrograph Sorcerer. This could be one of the cards that will change, so if Astrograph gets banned outright in the upcoming ban list, then obviously you just take him straight out. We are at a 41 card deck. It will be an interesting loss to the deck because, again, level 7 Dark Allure target, but the fact that he can special summon himself when a card's destroyed and then replace or search out another monster can be very valuable in the deck, so it does give you an option to play around with. Then, of course, we've got the Windwitch engine of Triple Ice Spell, Double Glass Spell because you'll always open up a Glass Spell, and the 1 Snow Bell. Getting into the combo of an Indestructible Crystal Wing is kind of presenting your opponent with the option of Kaiju me, or I'm going to be a pain in the ass to deal with, which is very helpful. And one thing you can do with your side deck, depending on how you want to play this board. Now, there's a couple of ways you can go about this. In my personal opinion, I think my opponent's going to bring in Kaijus. Now, as a normal Dark Magician player, if I'm not playing Indestructible Crystal Wing, Kaijus I don't think are a big issue. I don't think that you would want to be Kaijuing me if you don't have to. So, going game 2, the chances are they'll put, if they see the Windwitch engine, they'll put Kaijus in to deal with the Windwitch engine. So I say to counter side and take those out for hand traps. I think these are a very easy replacement of going, cool, take these out, hand traps, in we go. And now obviously these can get disrupted by Ash, which is a big pain in the arse, and so is Ogre, as well as a Fet Veiler, but it is too powerful. If your opponent does not open up with them, you're going into an Indestructible Crystal Wing, and they're not doing nada. So very powerful to get an Indestructible Crystal Wing on board. And that's it for the monster lineup. Very straightforward and simple on that. Now onto the spells. So we're playing Triple Allure Darkness. We've got loads of dark targets. More so, you don't want to be banishing your Dark Magicians. Like, ideally, you don't want to at all. This deck does need draw power to get into your Wind Witches, because that's kind of the combo play of this deck right now, is Wind Witch, Indestructible Crystal Wing, and then start Dark Magician and banishing stuff during your opponent's turn. Triple Circle, you know, staple, no questions asked about that one. Incredibly powerful, banishing a card. Your opponent can't Ghost Ogre the first effect to look at the top 3 because it's activating at the exact same time. But obviously they can Ghost Ogre the banish effect, which can be quite annoying. Triple Spellbook of Secrets to search you out. It can be cut to 2 if you wanted to, and go 2-2-2. I quite like the 3-2-2 ratio. Speaking of which, 2 Spellbook of Knowledge. 2 Pot Desires, I told you we need that draw power. And then a lot of one-offs. We've got the 1 Illusion Magic, the 1 Dark Magic Inheritance, the 1 Soul Charge, and the 1 Monster Reborn. Now, Monster Reborn is a nice little introduction of this deck because it brings you back a Dark Magician and then you banish stuff. Or you can bring back a Crystal Wing, which again can be a real annoyance for your opponent to kind of deal with. Or if you use Clearing as one of your step-ups, you bring back a Clear Wing. Clear Wing and Crystal Wing on board is always going to be nasty. And then for the traps, we play Triple Magician's Navigation, double Eternal Soul. Now with Eternal Soul, again, if you were to activate the effect to special summon during the exact same moment when you act, so you flip this face up and activate his effect at the same time, again, it can't be Ghost Ogre because it's activating at the exact same time. But if you do it again, it can get Ghost Ogred, and that is one weakness of this deck, that Eternal Soul is the heal of everything. But there are ways to come back when your Eternal Soul does get hit. So if your Eternal Soul gets Ghost Ogred, if you've got a Magician of Dark Illusion or an Astrograph in hand, you can chain those after this effect goes off to nuke the board. And then finally, the one Solemn Judgment, because Solemn Judgment is always live no matter what. Now, I have played around with this deck, as you've seen. There's been many profiles on the channel with like Card of Demise and stuff like that, so that is another option as well. If you lose the first game, your opponent, in my opinion, will be siding in Kaijus to deal with your Wind Witches, and then they'll probably put in some more hand traps to kind of deal with the rest of your stuff. So my personal advice would be to side out the Wind Witch engine straight away. Like, your opponent's going to be Kaiju in Forum. Yes, alright, an Indestructible Crystalline is going to be incredibly powerful, but I'll take that down a little bit. I'll take out any kind of like hand traps or like your Magicians of Dark Illusions that you're going to special summon, and I'll put in stuff like Pot of Dualities, Card of Demises, and I'll put in more traps. So definitely if you're going first, because then you just turn into like a stun deck, and it can work really, really well. Anyway, now onto the extra deck. We've got double Ibon Illusion. We've got the one number 42 Galaxy Tomahawk. Now, for those of you that haven't seen the combo in the Red Eyes video, the exact same applies for the Dark Magician video. Tomahawk is an actually very, very powerful card that can get you straight into Link 4s like Borreload, Firewall, and Saruja, but of course you don't. Your opponent takes no further damage for that turn. However, it does give you the ability. I'll show you the combo at the end to go into that. You've got your one number 11 Big Eye and the one Red Eyes Flare Metal, both as generic staple rank 7s and very, very powerful. You've then got Crystal Wing engine of Crystal Wing, your one Wind Witch Winterbell, and the one Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. If you wanted to take out your Winterbell, you can do, and then you just go straight into a Clearing. But this is if you're feeling gutsy and you want to try and burn your opponent for a little bit more. Then for our Link monsters, we've got the one Link Spider, can easily be doubled up to 2. I'm still waiting on my ulti on that one. The one Proxy Dragon, the one Cleafort Genius, the one Deco Talker, the one Skuldred, Firewall, and Borreload. Now, you're never going to go into all three of these in one game, so if you wanted to, you could nitpick and choose ones that you really want to go for, and then kind of work it that way for yourself. 9 times out of 10, you'll go into Saruja if you're going to get all of his effects off. So if you've got 4 monsters, which you can do with the Tomahawk play, you're going to get all the draws and the special summon and the boost of attack and stuff like that. If you can't do all of that, you'll go into the Borreload and go Borreload, Still, and start making plays that way. So the extra deck does give you a couple of options to move around with. Now let's take you through the kind of combo that gets you into your Tomahawk, and your Tomahawk then gets you into further plays. This can all be done off of one card, and that is Magician's Navigation. Of course, you do have other ways of getting into it, like mixtures of Eternal Souls, Monster Reborns, any other ways of getting a Dark Magician to the board. So you Magician Navigation, and you go into 2 of your level 7. So that could either be 2 Dark Magicians, it could be a mixture of Dark Magician, Astrograph, and of course Magician of Dark Illusion. So any of those 2 that you want, you can kind of choose. So let's go with these 2 here. You overlay these guys into your number 42 Galaxy Tomahawk, and you detach material, giving yourself 5 tokens. Let me just get the tokens together. Just going to use oversized orange sleeves, and we'll zoom out a little bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so they stand out. Okay, so then what you do from here is you link 1 token, because they are a machine, with your Galaxy Tomahawk, and of course puts Dark Magician in the grave as well. And you go into your Cleafort Genius. There we go, that goes up there. You then turn 2 of your tokens down here into a Proxy Dragon. Go over there, and then you turn another one into a Link Spider. Now you've got 4 monsters on the board. Obviously the token is an effect monster, so you can still go into Borreload, because you go 1, 2, 3, Borreload, done. Or if you want to go into Saruja, they're all different. You can go straight into a Saruja. You go 1, 2, 3, and then overuse the token. They're all with different names. Go into your Saruja, draw 4. There you go. This is all in deck order, by the way. So choose 4, put 3 back. Leave yourself on Eternal Soul if you want to be a bit more. If it's a monster card, obviously you can special summon it with Saruja, give it a boost up, and go from there. But that just gives you a couple of options of simply what one card can do with Magician's Navigation. So, you know, that kind of shows you what the deck can do, especially what Tomahawk can do. Borreload would be the better defensive option because it steals your opponent's monsters and then can start reducing them by 500. Sarudra is just more there to get another monster out of your board. Like, if you've got Circle in play, then if you navigate during your opponent's turn, do all that, and then do this during your turn, you can banish 2 monsters, go from there. And then, like I said, it can be extended if you have stuff like Eternal Soul or even Monster Reborn. Anyway, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you liked it. I hope it's given you a couple of ideas on updating your own Dark Magician deck. I'm certainly looking forward to new support and Summon Sorceress, which I might even be tempted to get in from America like I did with the Apprentice Illusion, because the chances are when we get it in the UK, it won't be as nice looking. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.